it's in the debug mode, so you can see the call. So here, this is the endpoint from my code that it's getting hit. And so here we can see that this is where it is right now. So it's calling this method QE info, which is right here. So it's gonna call my, yeah, let's go into this set QE method. Now here, it's actually going to call the service, the client from the next. This is just making the model for my Mongo object. Here we go into the actual client that will call the URL that we wanted to. So we'll go into this one, QE editions. Now here, see, this is the actual configuration for actually calling the client. We have a AutoWire client here. We have set it up. This is the response object that we were expecting from that client that we get. Within it, there's other models. And this is the actual line that will call the client. And had we any provided any keys that were required, we would have had to pass it on right now as a parameter to this method, which we don't need at this point because this one doesn't have one. So going into this one, oh, wrong one. Yeah, so oh, I didn't go into it. Okay, so yeah, so this method would have actually taken you here, see? So it would have called, this is the URL it would have called, and these are the parameters that were set up, which we didn't have any, but this was the response that we got from there. So now it's just sending the response here. So like, see, it's saying here already 200 okay. So maybe we could have, this is another location you can just check, was it okay or not before you even pass it back. If it was failure, maybe you want to attempt it again. You know, some depending on what your requirements are. For us, we're just passing it back and assuming it's okay. But error handling would have been ideal also over here. So going to the next step. So now we have gotten back the object, and we're going to set it for our repository, and then we're going to save it. So here you can see in QE, we already got the addition. We got one object here, 112, that was the surah. We already had in the saved 112. So if you notice, this is the Mongo we have right now. It's only got an array of 1, and it's 114. So now I'm also saving through this call 112. So let's go ahead and finish it. And return. So it's gone through. Application is running. So here, you got the response back over here. If we go back into Mongo, it probably saved it. It's just gonna refresh. And did it not refresh? Oh, it did show. Oh yeah, I have to just run it again. Oh yeah, here. These are the objects. Oh, so I'm actually saving like 4 different. So see, now this is a defect in my model. I didn't want to save it that way. So it's saving one. This is 112 from now, and last time I ran 114. So it saved each as an independent one. So maybe I need to make the ID as the number so that it doesn't create new ones for me. These are basically copies of it each time I called. So that's something I need to implement. If it already exists, I don't want to save it in Mongo. So yeah, but anyways, you get the point of how the client itself works. I hope you benefit from it, and hopefully I get to share more knowledge with you. Thank you.